Welcome to Chapel Hill, Texas, here for a 9-4A district matchup between the Chapel Hill Bulldogs and the Athens Hornets. We apologize for the late start here as we've had some technical difficulties here in Chapel Hill, and that sometimes happens when you have a game changed from Friday night to a Thursday night, as we are expecting inclement weather throughout East Texas tomorrow. So majority of the East Texas teams that are playing this week are playing tonight across East Texas. I'm Logan Ward, alongside me is Brett Sweeney, and we're going to bring you the best broadcast that we can with the technical difficulties that we are facing right now, and to kind of catch you up a little bit as Chapel Hill has the ball and they are driving, and they have it first and goal after a pickup from Ricky Stewart. So the score right now, we have 3:04 remaining in the first quarter. Chapel Hill leading 14-7. It's been a fast, high-scoring, fast-paced game so far. Chapel Hill scored on their first two possessions and scored 2 touchdowns in their first 3 plays of the game.
Yeah, and if you're joining us here, it is just radio, so there's no picture. We had issues with the camera, so just enjoy the broadcast that we have tonight for you.
As Tyson Berry with an end around goes across the 10-yard line, he's going to get into the end zone for a Chapel Hill touchdown. It was Tyson Berry who had the handoff from Demetrius Brisbane. He outran one defender that was coming on a blitz and got to the end zone on the outside, got to the pylon, and it is now 20-7 in favor of Chapel Hill.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Barry. Broke around the outside and did a nice little leap across the end zone there, and Chapel Hill fires up a 14-point lead.
So it's 21-7 with 2:48 remaining. And we'll stay right here as we try to get you caught up in this game. The scoring started early on the first play from scrimmage for Chapel Hill's offense. It was Ricky Stewart with a 29-yard touchdown run from the first play of scrimmage for the Bulldogs offensively. Chapel Hill defense has done a good job holding this Athens offense. The touchdown for Athens was a 62-yard pass, and that's essentially as all they've gotten so far here tonight.
Yeah, it's been all Chapel Hill so far, and Logan, I think that, you know, this is senior night, so a lot of seniors on this team that have been involved in this team for 2, some 3 and 4 years, so it's a lot to play for tonight for Chapel Hill.
Chapel Hill in all blue. They have their blue pants and blue jerseys, the Jordan logo on their chest. Athens in their white tops and maroon pants. Chapel Hill comes into this game 6-2, 4-0 in district play, and are looking for essentially a district championship next week against Kilgore, as Aiden Campos kicks off, and they're going to return from the 20-yard line, and he is going nowhere on the far side. It was Dakota Bonner who stopped Zay Hull in his tracks, and Athens will take over at their own 25-yard line. Athens comes into the game 2-6 overall this year, 0-4 in district play. They started out the season 2-0 and have since lost 6 straight. And if I remember correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, they have been eliminated from playoff contention. Athens has, so they're just trying to see some good things going into next season. Ty Arroyo, the quarterback, wearing number 2, throws it near side for Jorian Ray. It was incomplete. A short screen as Athens is going from left to right.
Going left to right, as Logan was saying there, as we get set for Athens' next possession here, as they're taking their time in the gun here. Handoff up the middle. He's going to get about 2 or 3, maybe 4 yards on the play up the middle for Athens. It's going to be second down. It's like third down and about 6.
All right, I'm back, folks. Man, I got some water now.
It happens.
Even my voice is having technical difficulties, as someone in the press box said.
Hey, it's one of those nights, you know.
3rd and 6 for the Athens Hornets. They have 3 wide receivers on the right side of the formation. Play action for Hull. Aurora going to roll out to his left, and he has nowhere to go with it. He's going to toss it out of bounds as about 6 Chapel Hill defenders are chasing him down. And it's going to bring up 4th down, and the punt team's going to come out for the Athens Hornets. And they've been out there quite a bit so far, this Athens team, and the snaps have not been good so far for Athens.
Yeah, they started off the game with a couple of bad snaps, and almost we thought maybe it was going to be called a safety as the quarterback early threw it away from his own end zone. No call, but it was close to being a safety. So, Chapel Hill's had a lot of problems with snaps this year, but Athens seems to have the issues tonight.
So it's a short kick. It goes across into Chapel Hill territory, and they're going to mark it down at the 36-yard line. It was a low line drive, and it was just a dribbler.
I would say low is an understatement there. I don't think it got off the ground more than 3 or 4 feet.
Just kind of hopped down to the 36-yard line where Athens downed it, and Chapel Hill's offense going to take over.
Again, I'd like to thank everyone that's able to join us on this radio-only broadcast. Again, had issues with the camera, so thanks for joining us, and hopefully we can portray the action here tonight on senior night here at Chapel Hill.
So it's 2 wide receivers both sides for Chapel Hill. Ricky Stewart to the left of Brisbane. Brisbane's going to throw it near side to Javen Mayfield. It goes across the 43-yard line and going to be marked down at the 45 near 1st down.
Yeah, good there opening play. It's good to see Javen. He kind of don't talk about him as much when you have Deuce and Tyson out there, but very, very serviceable receiver is Javen Mayfield. It's good to see him get a catch here tonight.
Mayfield's first catch of the night goes for 9, and it's 2nd and 1. Brisbane going to have an end around to Javen Mayfield, who's going to the far side, gets the 1st down, and is not going to get too much more, gaining about 2 on the play, maybe 3, but it's good enough for a Chapel Hill 1st down as Mayfield's getting involved in the action.
Yeah, talk about him getting a catch, and then he gets back-to-back.
1st and 10 for Chapel Hill. Ball spotted at their own 48-yard line. Brisbane going to quick pass to the far side. It's caught by Tyson Berry, and a great defensive play made on the far side. Dwayne Minifree is going to be the one who wraps up the elusive Tyson Berry and brings him down for no gain.
Yeah, that's the way you can control Berry, is just not let him loose. You got to hold on to him and hope he doesn't slip away, because if he does, he could be gone in an instant.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. With 20 seconds remaining in the 1st quarter, Chapel Hill leading 21-7. Brisbane back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Going to try to find some space. He has a little space to run across the 40 inside of Athens territory, and finally pushed out of bounds at the Athens 32.
Yeah, nice job by Brisbane there. He just took what the defense gave him. No need to take any extra contact, and he just steps out of bounds after picking up the 1st down.
So the 1st down run for Brisbane with 8 seconds remaining in the 1st quarter. Chapel Hill will be in their standard 2-by-2 formation as Stewart gets it up the middle. And Stewart's going to gain about 8 as he runs over the right guard to end the 1st quarter. So at the end of 1, it is Chapel Hill 21, Athens 7. Here, you're watching Thursday Night Football. Better than Amazon. Right here. We'll be right back. It's going to be second and 2 for Chapel Hill. That's going to be a flip pass to Deuce McGregor, who gets the first down and a little bit more. He's finally stuck in a big hit by Trey Manning for the Athens Hornets, but it's not after. It's after a first down run.
Yeah, Manning's not feeling it. He took the brunt of that. Looks like is trying to make the tackle on Deuce, and he's on kind of squatted down there and looks to be injured. Maybe knocked the wind out of him possibly.
And an injury timeout for the injury. 11:41 remaining here in the first half. Chapel Hill with a 21-7 lead over Athens. And they're driving now with the ball.
At second quarter, 24-14. It's a big game there in the district there as they're up over Bullard. We've got Anna big over Paris, 35-7. Brownsboro ahead of Rusk right now, 16-14. That's a little shocking there. Longview and Tyler High at the half, 14-3.
That's a little closer than what most people would think.
Yeah, Tyler's staying with them so far. Yeah, Tyler Legacy is up 14-7, so looking to pick up their first district win.
I think North Forney's also trying to find their first district win, so the winner of that one's trying to stay out of last place.
It's a good matchup there.
It's 1st and 10 now, ball spotted at the 17-yard line. 3 wide receivers on the far side for Chapel Hill. Brisbane's going to look to pass, looks right, looks left, comes back across the middle, stiffs arm one defender who's rushing, and he's going to just step out of bounds. I think he might have lost 1 yard on the play. Loss of 2.
Yeah, a couple state-ranked teams putting it on their opponents after one half. You got Timpson up 40-0 at halftime over Shelbyville, and Price Carlisle up 48-3 over Overton. So, Joaquin had to put Timpson in a scare last week, but Timpson's not messing around this week.
Hand off to Ricky Stewart, going on the far side, and he is taken down. A big hit, and the flag comes in. Don't know what the flag is for, but it was a big hit by Jamari Manning.
Yeah, it was a nice hit. I thought he was still in play. I don't think it was a late hit. So we just couldn't see. It was on the far sideline.
So we'll see what they call, as I think the referees are discussing it over their microphones, trying to determine what the penalty is. And I think they're actually talking to the Athens coach on the far side, is Zach Carroll.
Yeah, that usually means it's on the offense here.
So it was an illegal block by Deuce McGregor, and it's going to be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So Chapel Hill going in the wrong direction on this. Loss of 2 on this, and then a loss of 10. Brings up 2nd and long.
We'll see if maybe they give it to Stewart here.
A little high snap, and Brisbane rolls out to his right. He's throwing down to the end zone. Has a wide open Deuce McGregor, who gets his second touchdown of the night.
Deuce just got on both knees and just sat there and waited on that one as he was wide open. And 2nd and long, no problem, as Chapel Hill 27-7.
So it's McGregor's second receiving touchdown of the night. He had the first one for 70 yards, this one for 26 yards. And like Brett said, it's 27-7 as Aiden Campos on to hit the PAT. The snap is high, the hold goes down smoothly, and the PAT is good. 28-7 here in Chapel Hill.
That Chapel Hill touchdown was sponsored by Precision Scanning Services. Precision Scanning Services specializes in EMI inspection and hydro testing in the oil field industry. Give them a call today at 432-269-8544.
The Northeast Texas Sports Network is dedicated on delivering the most entertaining sports broadcasts in East Texas. And if you're interested in having your next sporting event streamed live, visit us online at netsn.live.
For Your Soul Catering gives you a down-home flavor for your gatherings of any size, big or small. Enjoy the handcrafted and homemade delicacies of Chris Blevins, a Chapel Hill native, to help make your event the talk of the town. Don't want to block off your kitchen for Thanksgiving? Don't want to roll the dice on your family's cooking for Christmas? Let For Your Soul Catering handle the stress of holiday meals while knowing that only the best will be served to you and your guests. Find For Your Soul Catering on Facebook or contact them at 903-521-9777.
Chapel Hill's going to kick off up 28-7, and it's a short kick caught at the 25-yard line by Hull. He's going to run across field and get taken down. He got popped by Drew Harmon as Zay Hull tries to make something happen on special teams for the Hornets. So Athens going to come back out. The ball at the 31-yard line, 32-yard line, they'll say.
And for Athens right now, you got to get something going here. So far, Chapel Hill's offense has looked unstoppable. As they have the last 3 to 4 weeks, it's just really been impressive.
So Athens now, they're in the gun, 3 wide receivers near side. Aurora going to hand off to Jamarian Manning. Jamari Manning, and he's going to get the first down on one of the few positive plays offensively for Athens so far. And I'll move the chains.
Mannings are, seems like they're out. How many Mannings are there? It seems like there's 2 or 3 of them.
You got Jamari Manning and Trey Manning.
Okay.
Those are the only 2 on the roster.
They've been a big part of tonight. We've definitely called their names several times. So
it's 1st and 2. Ball at the 42. Little pitch pass to Manning again. He's going to just try to bull rush some defenders and gains about 2 yards on the play.
With the stop.
And I think Drew Harmon, I think his helmet might have come off, so he's going to have to take a play off as he jogs off the field. And Javen Mayfield's going to check in for Harmon for this play.
After the run, it's 2nd down.
There's now 10 minutes remaining in the first half. Chapel Hill with a 21-point lead. In a game that means a lot for Chapel Hill as they try to get to undefeated and have a district championship matchup next week against Kilgore. Trevor Brooks rushing. Aurora throws it far side. He gets a man. He finds D'Alessandro Soto on the reception, his 5th of the year.
Yeah, quarterback scrambled away from the pressure here as Brooks was on the right, pressuring him, rolled to the far side and found Soto there. And unfortunately for Soto, he didn't have much space as he ran his route toward the sideline, and it's going to leave a 3rd down and looks like about 4 to 5 yards here.
So we got a fullback, and now a man in motion coming across from the right to left, and a handoff right up the middle. Doesn't get enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 4th and about 1 or 2 on the play.
Yeah, it's going to be they're going to go for it here. What do you have to lose at this point?
Yeah, this is the second time that Athens has gone for it on 4th down, and they did pick it up their first time. So 1 for 1 so far for the Hornets on 4th down. It looks like the pressure's coming from Chapel Hill.
We'll see if they give it to Manning again or if they maybe fake it to him and a short route to pick up the first.
Aurora, a 3-year starter for Athens, and they're going to have to call a timeout as the play clock was almost hit 0 before Zach Harrell got the timeout. So Aurora, he's been a 3-year starter for this Athens team as he's a senior this year, but he's definitely got some talent. You can tell that he's got some speed on the outside, and he's pretty accurate with the football. I've been impressed the last couple of years seeing him play.
Yeah, I listened to the coach's show this week that Athens coach Zach Harrell, he talked about the offensive line being as healthy as they've been all year. They've had a lot of issues with the offensive line being injured this year, and so he was hopeful this week that they could, use that as for Chapel Hill. They have a really good defensive line that puts a lot of pressure on the quarterback, so you're going to need that against them. He was also impressed of their performance last week. They played well against Kilgore and made it a game for a good while, so he had hopes that they could do the same thing if they got off to a good start. Unfortunately, within Chapel Hill's kind of bust from here for the first of the game.
So 4th and 2. Aurora in the gun. Man in motion. Another handoff. The exact same play. It's up the middle this time again, and another gain for Athens. And this time it's going to be good enough for the first down. But the exact same play that they just ran on 3rd down, they run it again on 4th and get the first.
They may run it again here if it keeps opening up like that, as Manning found a nice seam. Pretty easy pickup of the first down. Not much resistance.
So now the ball inside Chapel Hill territory for Athens with 8:25 remaining in the first half. Chapel Hill leading 28-7. You got an up man for Athens, and it's going to be an outside handoff this time as there is a host of Bulldogs, and it's going nowhere. Actually loses about 4 yards on the play. Manning trying to find any room on the near sideline, heading towards Chapel Hill's bench, and there was just about 5 blue jerseys right there running with him.
Yeah, Brooks and Ross led that pursuit there as they weren't letting him turn the corner.
It was a great job by Darius Dean kind of setting the edge.
Yeah, he played his spot, didn't give it up.
We've talked about this Chapel Hill defense with Craig McFarland looking a lot better over the last 2 years, more technically sound. And it shows up there. It's 2nd and 13. Play action. Arroyo across the middle. It's tipped by Davion Ross, who got his hands on it, but it's incomplete.
He's going to want that one back, as that was probably a touchdown because there wasn't many people over here on this near side.
Yeah, Davion Ross shaking his head and throwing his hands in the air. Knew he should have had that one. And it's a 3rd down. 2 wide receivers on the both sides of formation. Manning on the left side of Aurora. Ball at the near hash. Aurora back to pass, setting up a screen, and Manning's going to catch it, but he doesn't even get back to the line of scrimmage as he's taken down by Kendall Allen, who had made an initial rush and then saw the play and kind of backed out of it.
Yeah, great job by Allen there as he didn't over-pursue. Stayed home, played smart there, and was able to, if he didn't make that tackle, Athens probably gets the first down.
Athens in a hurry up on 4th and 14. 3 wide receivers to the left of the formation, and Manning's to the left of Aurora. Chapel Hill looks like they're sending pressure, and they do. It's going to be a one-on-one ball down the end of the field, and it is caught.
Wow.
But a great play made by Jaden Crane.
Man, Crane did a great job of adjusting and got basically pushed out there by Harmon and still was able to get the catch. Harmon didn't get turned around in time, and when you don't as a defensive back, then you're usually in trouble. Got to locate the ball.
They're actually saying this is pass interference on the offense.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's why he did too much of the pushing off there on the offensive side. You don't see that called a whole lot.
No, so they're gonna have to replay 4th down.
That's
just gonna bring it.
That's a huge penalty.
Have a huge penalty, and Zach Harrell's not happy. He's about 5 yards into the field of play here. And Athens will take a final timeout, and Coach Harrell said, "Yeah, I need to talk to y'all about this."
Yeah, he's gonna chew on him a little bit here on this timeout.
So Chapel Hill with a 28-7 lead, and there is a penalty flag.
Oh,
Zach Harrell's going to get his penalty,
well,
so they're going to add more to this.
Well, at this point, they were probably going to have to punt anyway after that penalty. He said, "Oh, might as well get my money's worth." Maybe it earns him a call later. He can talk the ref into thinking that they owe him one.
As it's going to be another penalty, so losing even more yardage here. You're going to have to punt.
When's the last time you've seen a coach come out on the field and get a penalty?
That's kind of, yeah, I haven't seen a penalty thrown on a coach in a long time.
It's been a while. You know, usually you get the sideline warnings and things like that, but, you know, just don't see it very often.
I feel like you see it a lot more in basketball with the coaches getting a personal foul or something like that. But
well, and you've got on the basketball court, it's a lot closer. You're a lot closer in, so the refs can hear you a lot more, which is part of the reason why you see that, I think. You know, the coaches on the sideline, there's like all these fans yelling, you're outside. You know, they can't probably hear what you're saying. That basketball court, if you say something across the gym, that referee's going to hear you.
So there's 7:19 remaining in the first half, and Zach Harrell's still talking to him as they have their timeout. So another 15-yard penalty after Harrell gets the unsportsmanlike conduct.
So it's going to be 4th and a mile.
Yeah, this is going to be, the ball is spotted at the Athens 24-yard line, and the line to gain is the Chapel Hill 34.
Wow. Is that 50 yards?
So it's going to be 4th and forever, and Aurora is going to punt this one as Tyson Berry has his feet on the 40-yard line, and it's still not enough to get the first down, even if he picks it up from there. This ball is going to be down.
They didn't even punt, barely to the first down.
They got to the first down marker, but it's spotted at the 29-yard line, so that's where Chapel Hill will take over. Chapel Hill offense that has had everything going for it so far.
Yeah, it's been nothing but Chapel Hill. You had the one play by Athens that you talked about earlier, the one long pass play. Other than that, Chapel Hill has owned this game on both sides of the ball. They've kind of spread it around. Stewart's had a good game. Brisbane's played well. Barry and McGregor have both played well. You've gotten the ball to Mayfield a few times. So really everybody's contributed tonight.
Brisbane back to pass now as they're going to set up a screen in the near side. It's Ricky Stewart who has some room. He's going to try to make a man miss, go to cross the 50-yard line, still on his feet. He's still going and pushes the pile all the way to the 40-yard line.
I think Stewart reminds me of the Energizer Bunny. He just keeps going and going and going. You think the play's over. Now he's going to get 5 or 10 more yards at the end. He just keeps those feet moving.
He's going to take a breather as Quentin Greenlee is going to check in.
He did just carry like 4 Athens players about 5 yards. So
that's a big first down run, and Chapel Hill's hurrying it up, and this time it's going to be a handoff to Quentin Greenlee on the far side. He gets kind of popped at the line of scrimmage and then falls forward for a gain of 3 on the play.
Greenlee on the carry, gain of around 4.
And you talk about how good a running back Stewart is, but Greenlee right behind him is very good running back as well. So we talked about he's probably could start, go somewhere else and start, but he shares time, and when he comes in, he usually makes a difference and gives Stewart a breather.
Handoff again to Quentin Greenlee as he finds a little bit of space on the outside, runs straight into the defender, and it's going to be a first down. And Chapel Hill's moving the ball efficiently, and it's going to be spotted at the 23-yard line. Knocking on the door of the red zone again is this Chapel Hill offense.
Yeah, that offensive line doing a great job up front. Get building those holes those running backs are running through.
Spotted at the 23-yard line.
Almost go to say that I could run through some of those holes that they're putting out there.
Yeah, this Chapel Hill offensive line doing a good job here tonight. It's 5:40 remaining in the first half. 2 wide receivers on both sides. It's going to be Brisbane, who's pump fakes, looking for a man. He can't find anybody. It's a little bit of scramble drill, and he's going to step up, trying to find somebody. And he's going to have to take off and run for it himself. And he gets about 9 on the play as he runs out of bounds, but a ton of time as Athens kind of dropped off their defensive line pressure and just played coverage on that one.
And he had all day. He could have sat down and took a nap back there. The line did a great job for the pocket. And you can tell the difference in Brisbane this year. Last year, he would have taken that ball and ran a lot faster. He was patient there. Gave his receivers time to try to get open. Didn't find anything, so he just tucked under and ran.
Second one, Quentin Greenlee up the middle. He gets the ball inside the 5-yard line, tackled at the 3.
the carry up the middle.
So Chapel Hill's knocking on the door
Right,
of another touchdown.
right here, and we'll see. Stewart kind of, Stewart trying to jots up the coach, saying he wants in, but may give it to Green. Let him get a touchdown here.
So Greenlee up the middle again. He's hit at the line of scrimmage by Slade Heronsnap.
This is one of those things in fantasy football, Logan, where the backup's in the goal line, and you're like, please don't score. I've got a guy I need to win the fantasy championship this week, and then he gets tackled. So now you got your first tailback in.
That has unfortunately happened to me one too many times.
I think it gets everybody at some point.
4:30 remaining here in the first half, and we have an Athens player whose helmet came off. Jackson Styles going to come off.
Or they're at the one and it play action it to this third-string tight end that nobody has.
Yeah. He has 2 receptions all year. And so it's 2nd and goal from the 4.
I'll be really surprised if anything but Stewart here up the middle.
So Brisbane going to pass.
Maybe.
Trying to find the slant. He's trying to find any room. Runs out the far side. It evades one man. There's penalty flags coming in, and it's going to be caught by Javen Mayfield.
That's going to be coming back.
It's going to be coming back, though. It's going to be holding. Sometimes when you get in those scramble drills, you get a lot of miscalculations.
It looked like one of the Chapel Hill linemen shoved an Athens player into another Athens player. Took 2 out at once. Yeah.
That is not the first time Chapel Hill's been called for a blindside block.
Yeah. Well, it happens when you have such good athletes and they try to make plays. And they're really watching for those now. It's kind of they really cracked down on those blindside blocks. Some of them, like that one right there, wasn't a bad one, but you can really hurt somebody if you really come from behind and sting them.
Yeah, last week there was one Chapel Hill got that it was pretty blatant. So there's 4 minutes remaining in the first half, and it's going to be a jump ball to the end zone and incomplete. It was intended for Javen Mayfield, who's getting some work in early here, and it's knocked away by Athens' Jamarius Moore.
He kind of was double coverage there. He wasn't, kind of threw it so high. By the time he got over there, 2 Athens players converged there, and really lucky that Athens didn't intercept that.
So now it's 3rd and goal from the 20. This is not a situation that you want to be in if you're Chapel Hill. And Brisbane's going to wait for a second because it's a false start. So they're going to move them back. It's now going to be 3rd and goal from the 25.
They're giving themselves lots of room here.
Chapel Hill perfect 4 for 4 on drives and touchdowns, trying to make it 5 for 5, but they got a tall task here now, 3rd and 25.
Yeah, they're going to have to at least pick up probably a little bit of yards to give themselves a field goal opportunity.
Under 4 minutes remaining. Brisbane back to pass, trying to find a man. Trying to point traffic. He throws it downfield, and it is incomplete. Was trying to find Deuce McGregor in the back pylon, and it falls incomplete. So it's going to be 4th down, and Aiden Campos is going to trot out.
They're going to attempt it here. And Campos has got the leg. He hasn't really attempted any field goals this long this season. Let's see where he puts it down. Looks like, 41?
About 41 yards.
41 yard to attempt here. This will be a good practice here for Campos, because it's in the playoff time. These points are important.
Yeah, Chapel Hill last year got down the field and trying to get the field goal, and it is no good wide right. So with 3:36 remaining in the first half, it's 28-7. You're watching Texas high school football on a Thursday night.
Pelche, Key, and Tyler were tough, never quits.
Going to have a quick throw on the far side. Gain of 6 on the play as Jaden Crane catches that one. The second leading receiver for the Athens Hornets, coming into the game with 24 receptions and no touchdowns, though. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 4 now for the Hornets. Three minutes remaining. They're going to try another quick pass, and this time it's incomplete. Intended for Jorian Ray, and it looked very similar. The slant on the inside, and he had one-on-one, and it was Dylan Johnson on the defense there for Chapel Hill.
Yeah, it was good coverage there by Johnson. Really, he should have had that one. It was in his hands. Maybe could have made a play and picked up a few more yards if he had caught it, but fortunately for Athens, it's kind of gone that way at night.
3rd and 4. Man in motion. It's going to be the same play that they got on 4th down last time. Just run up the middle after a Jorian Ray motion. And it brings up first down for Athens. So it's worked for him so far.
Yeah, Manning's done a good job on those. He's a pretty big back. Falls forward there, and he doesn't need much space.
So he's going to take a breather.
I imagine it won't be for more than a play or two.
Zay Hull in at running back. You have 3 wide receivers near side for Athens. It's going to be one-on-one on the far side, and they got an open man, and it is caught by Jaden Crane.
And Dean was all over him, but great catch by Crane.
Crane's got some height to him, and that's kind of, I think, been the recipe for this.
When he had that good catch earlier, they got the offensive pass interference. So if it gets close to him, he's been able to come down with it. And that was a great one there.
Ball caught, and now the Athens Hornets move into Chapel Hill territory. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line. Again, same formation, 3 wide receivers on the near side. Crane at the top of the formation. Zay Hull to the left of Aurora. Now under 2 minutes remaining in the first half, and you got to think that they want to slow this down just a little bit, not give Chapel Hill much time going into the half. Hull's going to get the handoff. He bounces across the 20-yard line and is taken down by Trevor Brooks right at the 20. Chapel Hill will receive the second half kickoff. So with 1:30, you got to think Coach Harrell's going to try to just get points here on the board and not allow Chapel Hill to get another offensive possession.
Yeah, Chapel Hill doesn't need a whole lot of time, as we've seen several times this year.
Aurora, high snap, rolls to his left, throwing across his body, and that is complete.
Nice catch.
Caught by Jamarius Moore.
He did a great job of finding his spot there on the sideline. Get that foot in. Made the catch. Move the chains.
Gain of 14 on the play. So Athens still can get a first down as it's 1st and 10 from the 11. Roro back to pass, and this time again it is going to be a penalty flag as they try to throw the fade route. This time to the near side. It was Javen Mayfield in coverage who got a little tug on the jersey. It was intended for Hunter White.
He's kind of trying to get an explanation from the sideline official there.
It did look a little bit like it was going to be pass interference. You just got to, sometimes decide if they're going to call it or not on those sorts of plays.
I mean, it's getting where you could call that like every play. I think some coaches probably teach some of that and say they can't call every time. So just, play aggressive and see if they call it.
1:03 remaining in the first half. Now it's 1st and goal. And it's going to be a handoff to Zay Hull, who's going to fall forward and fight for the end zone, and he got it. 2-yard touchdown from Zay Hull. And Athens moves this a little closer.
Yeah, cut it there down to 14 if they get the extra point here. The only bad part is they still left 57 seconds on the clock for Chapel Hill.
And all 3 timeouts also for Chapel Hill. Nico Castana there for the extra point, and it is good. It's 28-14, 57 seconds remaining here in the first half. You're watching Texas High School football on NetSN.
The Northeast Texas Sports Network is dedicated on delivering the most entertaining sports broadcasts in East Texas. And if you're interested in having your next sporting event streamed live, visit us online at netsn.live.
Two-yard touchdown run from Zay Hull, his 6th of the year. Brings Athens a little bit closer with 57 seconds remaining in the first half. We'll see what they decide to do here. Who they decide to kick off to, and it's kind of pick your poison here with this Chapel Hill return team. You got Deuce McGregor and Tyson Berry
neither
back
good,
to receive.
Neither are good options. That's why a lot of teams have kind of pooched it.
And they're going to pooch kick this one straight to Tyson Berry, who receives it from the ground at the 20-yard line. He's going to try to reverse field, and he's going to try to go back to where he came from. He's running backwards now, still trying to reverse field, and Berry ends up losing about 8 yards from where he started, and kind of more importantly, he takes 14 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, I was going to say that's probably the most important thing there is as good an athlete and player as Tyson Berry is, he has a tendency to try to make that big play. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And there it didn't work. He kind of ran around both sides of the field there and went backwards and lost time. So we'll see if Chapel Hill can get a couple of big plays quickly. Like you said a while ago, they have the 3 timeouts, so they still got the timeouts, but they're going to need some yards and quickly.
So after the runaround by Tyson Berry, Chapel Hill is going to get the ball at the 14-yard line. So he lost 6 from where he initially picked up the ball. And it's going to be 4 wide receivers on the near side. And they're going to hand this off to Ricky Stewart. And he's going to cut it upfield. Ricky Stewart got taken down from behind.
Nice tackle.
Jordan Gonzalez.
Yeah, Gonzalez, that's about the only way to take Stewart down is to get those feet, the lower legs, because he's always got those moving. So,
and, of course, Coach Reardon's going to take a timeout still on the play. It seemed like it didn't get much, but gain of 9 for Stewart as he just found a little bit of room. So 33 seconds remaining in the first half. Chapel Hill leads 28-14.
And if they're going to do something, they're going to have to get some chunk yards here pretty quickly.
So it looks like we're going to have kind of the same formation Chapel Hill just ran. So it's going to be 4 wideouts. This time they're going to flip where they have it. So the 4 wide receivers are on the far side and the ball spotted on the near hash. And it's going to be another handoff to Stewart, who's got some speed, and this Athens defense is doing a great job of getting Stewart down on the first or second contact. That's hard to do, and Chapel Hill is going to take another timeout as the ball spotted at the 30-yard line with 27 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that was definitely look at the same exact play call as maybe Chapel Hill thought they had something with that play. They didn't get the first time, but now looking at 27 seconds, you got to go 70 yards, not impossible. But you think they're probably going to have to start throwing the ball here pretty soon. If they don't pick up the first down, then you only got 1 timeout left. So now you're kind of running low on time.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see what Coach Reardon does if he decides just to run and get to the halftime locker room or if he wants to try to take a shot.
I mean, if I'm coach, I'm gonna put my coach's hat on, as Corey would say. I think I'm taking a shot here because you kind of don't have anything to lose at this point. You know, Athens hasn't done much movement of the ball for the most part, so I think you try to do something with it here.
So it's 1st and 10. Brisbane rolls out to the left side, and it is incomplete, intended for Javen Mayfield, who's been busy so far in this first half. I mean, he's been targeted 4 times here in this first half. And coming into this game, he only has 8 receptions all year.
Yeah, we talked about why. It was not that the fact that he's not a good receiver. It's just he has so many pieces around him that get so much attention. He kind of goes under the radar.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10. Ball at the Chapel Hill 30 with 21 seconds remaining.
To see if they can get Deuce or Tyson open deep.
Brisbane, quick pass, throws it far side to Mayfield. Gain of about 6 on the play, and there's 16 seconds. Still have the 1 timeout left. Well, but this will be about 3rd and 5.
We'll see here. They look down at their wristband and see what the play is here.
McGregor in motion. And this is going to be thrown downfield one-on-one, and it is incomplete. Intended for Mayfield, so Mayfield was targeted on three straight. I mean, Mayfield's had a busy night tonight.
Yeah, he's been very busy, and he came in and played some defense a little bit as well. So,
and Chapel Hill's going to punt for the first time tonight with 9 seconds remaining here in the first half.
If you're Athens, you got to be pretty pleased with that. They got the stop there and put the brakes on Chapel Hill's offense. Look to probably go in the half here, barring some miracle return, going down 2 touchdowns.
So it's going to be Trevor Brooks who gets the punt off, and this one hits the 30 and then just rolls out of bounds at the 18-yard line with 1 second remaining on the clock.
You got to imagine we're getting a knee here. Again, we'd like to thank everyone that's watching or listening to this broadcast on NetSN Live. We had some technical difficulties to get the video on Texan Live, so bringing a little radio preemptive tonight. We will have nothing here at halftime. We'll have the scoreboard up with our advertisements and such. So make sure you come back for the second half here in the next 15 to 20 minutes.
As this should be just a quick run for Athens to end the half. We'll see Chapel Hill playing kind of preview defense, only 3 down linemen, and the linebackers are spread out. Just trying to play prevent here. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Zay Holtz, taken down by Davian Ross. And that's going to end the first half. So Chapel Hill hold a 28-14 lead. You're listening to Texas High School football here on NetSN.
The Northeast Texas Sports Network is dedicated on delivering the most entertaining sports broadcasts in East Texas. And if you're interested in having your next sporting event streamed live, visit us online at netsn.live.
Hello, my name is Trey, and I am the owner of Medical Massage by Trey Hedges. I am located in the Chapel Hill community, and I am mobile, serving all of East Texas. When I am not coaching and teaching full-time in the public school system, I am treating people and teaching advanced massage classes. Whether it's a sports massage or a medical massage, all are treatment-based and no clothing is ever removed. I'm 6'8", and let's see how I can help you.
Wheelchair Accessible Transportation's core beliefs and philosophy is providing affordable means to empower mobility. Our wheelchair accessible vans and buses are utilized to help a segment of the population that goes largely unserved by society. We believe that fundamentally every human being should have access to mobility regardless of their circumstances. Our prices are centered around the above concepts of fairness and equality. Many of our specialized vehicles are offered at a competitive price to non-specialized vehicle rentals. We strive to keep our vehicles well maintained and offer multiple options for our customers. We provide van rentals throughout East Texas and look forward to helping out in the community. Go Bulldogs!
Knock me down, all the demons creeping in. Oh, another round trading shots with my ego. Running can't tell me now. Your chains only drag me down. I've battled hard with the face in the mirror. Every scar makes me dig down deeper. Push it till there's nothing more. 'cause I'm stronger than I was before.
And it's going to be picked up by Chapel Hill. It's Damari Willis across the 45-40, 35-30, 25-20, 5-10, touchdown, Chapel Hill.